morning, good evening, good afternoon. Whenever you come across this video, thank you so much for choosing to spend a little bit of time with me. I'm so grateful for every single one of you. I love you guys so much. Thank you for all the likes, shares, and subscribes. Everyone who's booking, making purchases off the website, pledges to the Patreon, sending things to the P.O. Box, and purchases off the wish list. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you guys so very much. If you need anything from me, that's in the description box below. So this reading is going to be our little spread here, the 6 cards, collective energy, what's leaving, what's coming, something to look forward to, what's healing, and what's imperative for you to know. So here we go. Let's get it. All right, so what is the collective energy? One card, please, 1 or 2. What is the collective energy, please? Occupation. Okay, so maybe very focused on work. You know, we'll dive further into that. You may be changing. We have animosity and legal at the bottom of the deck, so there could be some disruptions, interruptions. There could be something going on within your occupation, so that could be like a main focus here, okay? What's leaving? What's leaving the collective energy, please? What's leaving? That was an Ice King that wanted to pop out. What's leaving the collective energy, please? Okay. Oh, we have Twin Flame. Very interesting. What's leaving? Okay. That ties in very big to the Patreon reading I did yesterday. Interesting. Maybe I'll put the link to that in the description for like an extended or something. Okay. We'll see. Okay, what's coming towards the collective? What's coming towards the collective energy, please? Child. Okay. This could be an actual child. This could be... A child could be reaching out to you. Maybe somebody's having a child. Maybe this is like childlike energy here. Okay. Something to look forward to for the collective, please. What's something they can look forward to? I feel like this wants to come out. We have trusted. Okay. Trusted. Interesting. All right. What's healing for the collective, please? What's healing? What's healing for the collective, please? Expectation. Ooh, okay. Interesting. Maybe disappointment might be tied into that. Waiting, stagnancy. There's an energy too here of like taking the initiative, right? Like, yeah, there's something like that here. Okay. And then what's imperative for the collective to know? What's imperative? Earth Angel. It's imperative for you to know that you're an Earth Angel. Quit playing games. Quit playing around with yourself, would ya? Quit selling yourself short. Quit, I don't know. And it may not necessarily be quit. It may be get started on something, right? There's something, it's imperative for you to know that you are an Earth Angel. Hello. All right, so I'm very intrigued by this spread, especially the Twin Flame and the Child and the Trusted and all of that. So let's dive in, shall we? Okay. Yeah, there could have been an older man that could have been trying to manipulate a situation here, but you were protected from that. Or they could have been perceived as like mature, right? Yeah, there was some sort of third-party conflict going on here. All right. Okay. All right, let's dive in further. Let's use this deck. All right, tell me more about this occupation and this collective energy, please. Tell us more. We want to know more. Soul window. Your eyes are opening. Look, this is an eye. This is an eye-opening. You may be having some sort of eye-opening experience when it comes to purpose, life path, career. It's imperative to know that you're an earth angel, so it's imperative to know that things are different. You live different, you execute differently, you do things differently here, okay? Yeah, so some of you may be getting some sort of download, some sort of eye-opening experience about your occupation or where it is that you're headed or what it is that you want to do, okay? So there's some sort of enlightenment that I feel like is happening, okay, during this time when it comes to, again, some sort of occupation, maybe how you spend your time, right? It doesn't necessarily have to be work always, but maybe how you spend your time. Yeah, change it, waves of changes here. There's something shifting. I feel like it's also maybe shifting in for some reason there's some sort of growth maybe in like emotional maturity or just like generalized maturity here, okay? But yeah, so current energy is you are gaining some sort of enlightenment, having some sort of awakening, maybe about where you're headed, about your occupation, about how you spend your time, about what it is that you want to do, or even your gifts too as well. Yeah, it's imperative for you to know that you're an earth angel here. Okay, what's leaving with this twin flame energy? Why is this? For the collective, what's leaving this twin flame energy? Tell us more. Death. So, yeah, there's something coming to an end here. Somebody could have passed, maybe, but it doesn't feel like that, per se. Tell me more. Twin flame death, what's leaving for the collective, please? Is there anything else that wants to come out on that? Numerology. I'm surprised it wasn't astrology, because it's really making me feel like, you know, this was kind of written, if that makes sense, with this numerology coming out. Like, it's almost like it's time, or maybe there's some sort of, you're seeing like signs or astrology. Okay. Yeah. It's like you may be seeing signs and synchronicities about this, okay? But there's something about this kind of being written in the stars here, okay? Yeah, you're about to start on discovering some like hidden treasures about yourself, about the world, things like that. Okay, tell me about this child for the collective on what's coming. Tell me more about the child. Why is the child here for what's coming for the collective? Marriage vows. Oh, snap. Okay, so some of y'all down the road, coming up soon, something are definitely, yeah, look, we have hidden treasure in past lives. There's a past life connection. There's a twin flame, okay, higher level soulmate, whatever you want to call it, leaving, okay? This was written in the stars. It was in the contract for this to come to an end, okay, in this lifetime, okay? But there's a past life soulmate here, a hidden treasure, one that, you know, you're supposed to have a child with this person for some of you, depending on your age and things like that, or something like that. This could also just be, again, like this, there's a really deep connection here that's coming, okay, that may bring out this, like, inner child energy within you here, okay? It could also be too if you are, there could be a connection, okay, that's coming past life, right? This could feel like a missing piece here, but there could be something about, like, this person could have children, you could have children. There's something significant maybe about look, we have the one here, about the connection that you may have with these children, okay? Or vice versa, or something like that, okay? Okay, so, yeah, we have higher self with heart activation, pure intentions here. Okay. something to look forward to with this trusted. What is this? Tell me more about this. Trusted was something to look forward to. So some of you, it's like you're trusting a situation here. Yeah, we have keeping the faith. Yeah. This is like, there are good things that are coming. Like, there is actually probably quite a bit to look forward to, okay? But the simple fact that you're trusting the situation, you're trusting the universe, you're trusting yourself, you're trusting the divine, you're keeping the faith, okay? There is actually probably a lot to look forward to, okay? Yeah, we have butterfly effect. So this is definitely going to be tied into seeds that you've planted, decisions that you've made, things like that. Yeah, you've been spiritually guided this whole time, you know? Even in situations that maybe you feel like that couldn't have been my spirit, you know, my spirit guides or whatever, you may be surprised, okay? Yeah, we have twin souls with magnetism here. Okay, tell me about this, what's healing with this expectation for the collective, please, on what's healing with the expectation, please. Chakra cleansing, for sure. This is also, too, you releasing expectations to allow kind of the divine to do their thing, right? This is also you, what's healing is like, with this like expectation and the chakra clearing, it's really giving me this energy of like, rather than trying to resolve anything externally, I mean, obviously we have to do things in the real world, but there's something about like just naturally feeling drawn to like go in and find the answers, or like there's some sort of level of confidence on knowing that you have the answers within you, and like there's some, it's like, whereas like maybe before you would have you know, I don't know, turned on another, you know, a reader, or turned on, you know, a podcast, or tried to solve an issue or a problem, or just like figure something out, like, you know, externally in whatever type of way. There's just this natural draw to just be still and to go within. That's something that's healing. It's like your focus is shifting when it comes to that. Is there's like you're accessing like it's like you're taking ownership of your body in some type of way, and your spirit and things like that. It's like, I don't know, there's something about taking charge in some type of way. Look, we have the inner child. That's what I'm saying. There's a connection that's definitely going to bring out some sort of inner child energy here. Okay, yeah, out of the darkness. Okay, what's imperative for the collective to know is with this Earth Angel. Tell us more. What's imperative for the collective to know, Earth Angel, please? It may also be that it's imperative for you to know that this connection that's coming towards you is, this person is also an Earth Angel here. Okay. Yeah. You're attracting. It's interesting that Twin Flame came out. It makes me feel like there's this energy of like knowing that you two are always connected, even if in the physical this connection is coming to an end. And then there's we have the yin and yang and the magnetism and the eternal wisdom here. That you are, you know, it's imperative for you to know that you are attracting, you're calling in new experiences, new people, new types of things here, okay? It's imperative for you to know that you are very wise, yin and yang, that you are balanced here, okay? Like, yeah. Yeah, it may very well be, yeah, especially with this Twin Flame going on this death card, it feels like, This person, whoever this is going through an awakening for sure. With the dark night and losing myself. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. They may reach out to you, okay? They may. Unexpectedly, for sure. Yeah. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, this person is all up in their head here because somebody's realizing that you had pure intentions. Yeah. Okay. Let's get some final messages about this. This is a really good message. I like this energy. It feels good. Okay. Yeah, they're telling me, they're saying again, so somebody's going to reach out to you. Okay. And I was looking at this new person here. Okay. It may be through some sort of business transaction. All right. Interesting. Use the devil, the star, and the chariot. Okay. With the Six of Pentacles, yeah, it may be some sort of business transaction that somebody may be reaching out to you through that may grow into something else. It doesn't have to be. There's also, too, this energy where this childlike energy is going to be very attractive for this person as well. Like it's going to draw in this person, okay? And it makes me feel like there could be a situation where I feel like you guys collectively we've experienced quite a bit of betrayal, and there's this energy where it feels like you are, before even having the awakening and things like this, you would just, I don't want to say naive, because it doesn't feel like naive. It feels like just love. It feels like being genuine. You would trust people, you would trust situations, you would kind of allow the process to go as it may. And so there's almost this energy of overcoming, whereas because your eyes were opened and you were awakened to kind of what was going on, right? There's maybe been some walls that were built, or you've really been kind of like in isolation or hermit mode, and that was probably divinely led. But and there's been this hesitancy of like, kind of opening yourself up back to new experiences or new people or things like that. And I see this kind of expanding for you in a way of recognizing and realizing that there's a situation where you're trusting your protection, you're trusting your divinity, you're trusting your right place, right time, you're trusting the process. And that is also, I feel like bringing in new experiences here. Yeah, we have the Star with the Four of Wands, the Hermit. Mm. All right, final messages about this for the collective, please. The Nine of Pentacles, the Six of Cups, the Ace of Cups with the Devil. Very interesting. Two of Cups, Tower. There's something that somebody's like recalling from the past here. I don't know, it feels like it's like somebody that's really like looking over a situation, right? This is somebody, there's an energy of somebody that maybe was moving very slow, right? And then there's this Ace of Cups, right? Somebody showing up with their cup here. Yeah, I feel like there's been a lot of time that's passed. And this person is very much in their head about this. Yeah, there's some sort of I feel too when it comes to like holding back and in different situations, there's been lots of situations and things. I'm also picking up on an energy where maybe somebody was like bullied. When I looked up, it was 2111 on the timer. And I don't know, there's just, with this Nine of Swords kind of being here, I just feel like there's possibly a lot of like self judgment that's being released, right? They're drawing me back to this expectation card when it comes to healing. It's like, you know, um, eh, expecting the past to repeat itself, right? Um, you know, maybe in growing up you were bullied, but maybe you're not around those people anymore, or it's a new environment, or you're a different person, or you're I don't know, there's just something about like releasing the first of all the old programming that whatever the past created, and that's something that I feel like you've been working on, and then it's also just releasing, it's helping you to kind of release those walls. You know what I mean? Yeah. Okay. Anything else for the collective about this? I can't help but feel like this may be very significant, like specific, but there could have been somebody in your life that, I don't know, for whatever reason, it's almost like they chose a path that had more money tied to it, or they, something about choosing money, right? Or security, especially with this, this Emperor, this Ten of Pentacles is giving that energy, but we have this Five of Cups, Four of Cups. This isn't fulfilling for them. They made that choice because they thought it would be fulfilling. They thought it would be, it would make them happy. They thought it would, take care of all of their problems. But they're finding the money doesn't solve problems, right? Security doesn't solve problems. We're still, you can still be sad. You can still be lonely. You can, but ultimately, what it makes me feel like is if somebody had to make a decision between you and something else, right? They're realizing that they missed out on true happiness, right? They missed out on um, they're finding out the decision that they made was very empty. They still feel very empty. Um, yeah, this person may be coming back to, like, I don't know, give you something. Yeah, Five of Swords, see? Yeah. This would be like somebody, say for instance, somebody like took something from you, right? Finances, something like that, right? And they ran off, and they were, kind of living whatever life here. But it's like this person, they feel empty. They don't feel fulfilled. They feel sad. It's like this, it's almost like this person coming back around and being like, hey, I took this from you. Um, and I feel really kind of effed up about it. You know what I mean? Like that type of energy. Interesting. Okay. Well, I think I'm going to leave this one here. I really like this message. Yeah, we'll see you next time, my dears. If you need anything from me, that's in the description box below. Love you.